morning again. It's Candace and Peppa again. Kinda. You can see half of him. Anyway, I didn't go to the post box yesterday. I did make it down this morning. When I took Mahoney out for a walk. And apparently yesterday I got this little package from Chad Mangrum. He is the random 1369, I believe, here on YouTube, and I found his channel through my friend Colin Medicine Horse, who here on YouTube goes by Old Man Funko, and there was Chad was doing a record storage day giveaway, and you had to enter the contest. The minute I say my allergies aren't bothering me anymore, they start bothering me. My eyes are itchy now. Hi, bear. So to enter the contest, you had to make a video and show him either stuff you've gotten at Record Store Day or I know. Wants me to open it. Or just your record collection in general. And I had a Misfits album that I got me and my ex got last year. Well, what do you want? What do you want? You're holding up the show. I know. You ready to open it? You got to sit. Good boy. Lord of mercy. Anyway, so I had that, but I also showed him, some of my vinyl record collection that I still have. What are you doing? Okay. I sold a lot of it off over the years, but I still have a big chunk of vinyl left, and I have a lot of stuff that was my parents too, because they had like a wide variety of taste in music. And I guess that's why I have the taste that I do. There's pretty much nothing I won't listen to. I'm not a fan of the rap hip hop stuff. Though there are a few songs on my iPod, because there are a few songs I like. It's just not a genre of music I care for at all. I think the majority of it is just noise. Same with modern jazz. I like old jazz, but modern jazz sounds like noise to me. I don't know how to explain it. Just like people take a bunch of instruments and just glob a bunch of stuff together with no organization or skill. But now old jazz, I like old jazz. Billie Holiday, Louis Armstrong, people like that. I like the old stuff. Even big bands. Classical music. I love classical music. One thing a lot of people don't know about me unless they grew up with me or know me a long time, but I started playing violin when I was about 5 years old. I was always in chorus. And I used to sing opera. And I love opera too. So I like a wide variety of music, but my favorite is always going to be classic rock, or I guess what they call alternative rock too, punk, gothic, and rockabilly. Those are my favorites. But I have a wide variety of tastes. I also include in some of my favorites new age, world music, and I'm mostly Native American, so I love Native American music. I love K-pop and J-pop. That is pop music from Korea, Japan, places like that. I love that stuff. So aside from rap and hip hop and modern jazz, I have a wide variety of taste in music, and if you go through my videos, you can see my video I made for Chad's giveaway. It'll say RSD, which is Record Store Day. So you should check that out and see some of the stuff that I like to listen to. You might find something new. I should post more videos on my Geek Girl Geekgasm Facebook page. So you can see some of the music I'm into. I know stuff like that is, a little different than, the usual geeky topics that, I get involved in online. But, music's always been a huge part of my life. So, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yes. No? He's being a brat. He wants me to open this so bad. I'm getting to it, Bubs. Get out of here, Nosy Rosie. But music's always been a big part of my life. I love it. Oh, and the other one I forgot to mention, in my list of fave genres, is the glam hair bands back from late 80s, early 90s, whatever. Because I spent most of my teenage years and the better part of my 20s hanging out with musicians. Anything from local bands to, the big bands. I still have some musician friends. If you remember LA Guns, I met Tracy Guns, one of their guitarists, back, over 20 years ago, or around 20 years ago, and I'm still friends with him. And this is for some of you older generation, but if, like myself, nobody believes I just turned 42, but if you remember a disco song in 1979 called, I think it was 79, I Love the Nightlife, the girl who sang it, Alicia Bridges, me and her have been friends for over 20 years, and she's just a doll. She's such a sweet, sweet lady. And I've spent time with a lot of other musicians. I was friends with Pete Steele from Typo Negative, and when he died around my birthday a few years ago, it just broke my heart. Pete was such a sweet guy. He was my gentle giant. So that was a really hard loss for me, because I known him for quite a few years, and he's such a nice guy. There were a lot of local bands that got big that I'd known through the years. There's Collective Soul, Jackal, South Gang for a while. They were more on one of the hair bands. Then I've been around, hanging around bands for as long as I can remember. I always was able to get backstage passes, always hanging out with everybody. I think one of the most amazing people I've ever met, I did meet Ozzy and Sharon years ago, and hung out on their tour bus. That was so awesome. Ozzy, you really can't understand a damn thing he says half the time, but him and Sharon are just really nice people. What? But a lot of those bands from, back in the 80s and 90s, there's not too many bands from back then that I haven't met and spent time with. He's just pouting away. So, it's definitely the rock, gothic, classic rock, hair bands. Those are always going to be my main favorite bands. When I listen to my iPod, those are always my go-to genres. So that's my favorite. Alright, you ready for me to open it? Say, Mama, stop talking. Alright, so we're going to open it. Look, come here. You want me to open it? Come on. And I love this tape you put on it. Oh. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button, cut myself off. But it's got this awesome music themed duct tape on there. Love it. Love it. And I don't want to cut it, so let's see if I can peel it off. Oh, you're getting excited? Want me to open it? I already know what it is. Chad had two winners, and me being one of them, obviously. And he was giving away a. Oops, I ripped it. He was giving away a two $25 Visa gift cards, I believe. So, ooh, say, look what he sent. You get off. He sent me some Jolly Rancher gummies. Get off. Say, I love gummies. I love Jolly Ranchers. Ah, and here it is. And I was right. It is a $25 Visa gift card. Says, congrats. And he also sent me this awesome bumper sticker for a place called Doc's Records. And that's hilarious. Oh, something else. Oh, no way, Chad. Oh my God, this will go great on my Misfits cap where I put all my buttons. He sent me these awesome Led Zeppelin buttons. I love Led Zeppelin. I love Led Zeppelin. Make sure that's empty before I toss it over here. So, he has to kiss everything I get in the box. Anyway, thank you, Chad. That was an amazing contest. And I love being able to share one of my other favorite things, being music. You know, something that's not, I guess, technically geeky. Of course, you know, most people look at me covered in these, you know, tattoos and piercings, and, you know, I've always kept black hair, and, you know, now it's got the purple in it, which you can't see in the light in here. But, you know, I'm probably far from what people would consider geeky looking. I mean, as if that really applies to anything nowadays. I mean, you can be whoever. But, I like to say I'm an eccentric geek girl with odd and questionable taste in fashion and fashion accessories, should I say, all piercings and tattoos. These are just some of my tattoos. I'm covered in them. I got these last summer after I kicked my ex out. They need to be touched up, but anyway, that was awesome, Chad. Thank you so much. I loved showing off my vinyl collection, even if I hadn't one. I would have probably not thought to show off my vinyl collection. So I really enjoyed doing that. But that's it. I'm gonna wrap this up because I know Dum Dum over here is getting irritated at me, and I'm getting tired, and I still have 2 graphic novel reviews to do. And so thanks again, Chad. Peace out, everybody.